Bring the beat back.
Hello and welcome back to another workshop video. Now this week I have some really awesome items to show you, starting off here with the patriotic partner for the soldier. This is going to be a part of the gunslinging general set, and you can see the hat right here. Now I gotta say, they crammed quite a lot into one cosmetic here. You get a hat, you get a beard, you get a little bit of stubble, you get the little straw there, and then you have this little bandana thing at the bottom. All of this is one equip slot, which is insanely cool. If you've seen my videos before, you know I love it when hats give you a free misc. So they'll give you like glasses, or a beard, or a bandana, or some other thing. Because remember, you only get 3 equip slots for a loadout. So having an item that does all of this for one slot really frees up those other 2 slots to be used for pretty much anything else. It means you're going to be able to make some really awesome loadouts, and they do have some examples here. Honestly, I think you can do even more with this thing. I think this has a lot of potential. I really like how this looks, dude. I think it is a really nice hat, but another thing that's really nice about it is it has 4 different styles. So you have a style with and without the facial hair, but then you also have styles inverting the paint region. So one style will paint the hat and the bandana, and the other will paint the facial hair. That is insanely cool, dude. I absolutely love that they give you the option to do that, because that's just going to open things up to pair with so many different combinations, so many different items with different paint regions. I think there is a lot of really cool loadout potential with this item. But I gotta say, the star of the show is the Badlands Buckaroo. This is going to be the body cosmetic for the set. And I'm gonna spoil it for you right now. I think this looks absolutely amazing, dude. Like, I saw this as it was being made, as it was being developed, and I was such a massive fan of it from day one. I think this is such an awesome idea. I think it was executed really well, and paired together with the patriotic partner, it is just an insanely cool loadout. A detail that I really like is how clean the color palette is. So you have this team color, which is right here in the hat, right here in the bandana, and right here on the shotgun shells. If you want to get really nerdy, you can say the top of the shotgun shells matches the straw. Just those little details, man, to just help a loadout tie together all that much better. Very, very welcome. But of course, you're going to be able to combo this with so many different items. I love it combined with the slowpoke, dude. That is a perfect item to pair with this. And as you probably would expect, the paint region is going to paint this part here. I think that it is a really good paint region. But overall, I think this is a fantastic set. I'm really happy to see it come out. I think this is something that would be fitting for summer, and it's something really different to what Soldier has currently. I think the combo potential for this is really good. I think it was executed really well. I'm a big fan of this set, dude. I really like it. Next up here, we're gonna have the Marlin Marked War Paint. Now this, I think, is a really awesome war paint. You probably already knew I was gonna like this one because it's fish themed, but hear me out. First of all, I gotta say, I love the color palette on this. I love this deep blue mixed with this gold. And my favorite part of this has to be the sticker, dude. I love the sticker. The TF2 logo in the back as well. I think that's a really cool touch. And this war paint looks really awesome on a whole bunch of different weapons here. I gotta say, I would probably use it on an airstrike. It's a tactical fishing device. You just nuke the entire ocean. And they do show off how it looks in higher wares right here. And they do have some screenshots of it in game here. And I gotta say, I love how this looks. I love the shine. I love the subtle scale pattern they have going on. It looks absolutely insane. Of course, you know I absolutely love this war paint. I would be a customer for it. I absolutely love fish, dude. And I do think this would be a good war paint for the summer update. Like, it's really summer themed. I think it would make a lot of sense. Another absolute banger from Aiden. Now we're gonna follow that one up with the $1 million stash. This is gonna be a really awesome all-class hat. This hat, of course, is only for the wealthiest of TF2 gamers, only the most wealthy and noble. I really like the promotional poster they have going on here. Like, this was really well done. And if you look closely, it actually shows off the second style, the hardcore and Irish style. It keeps the really cool hat, but it gets rid of all the money. But to be honest, who needs a fortune when you have a really cool hat? Jokes aside, I think it was really smart to have a plain style here because the money and stuff is really cool, but this gives it a lot more versatility with like really serious fancy loadouts. You know, maybe you don't want to go for like the rich businessman kind of look. So that extra style really gives this some versatility, which I do appreciate. And they show it off on every single class because this is an all-class cosmetic, and I gotta say, it looks really nice. And they do show off the paint region here. It is gonna paint the band on the hat, which I think is a really good idea because it's this really weird, like, team color green thing going on. I think this is like drably olive and indubitably green, but it's very unorthodox. So I do appreciate that they give you the option to paint that band. I do kind of wish there was a style to paint the mustache, but I do think the band is definitely more important to paint. They do have some loadouts over here showing it off. Of course, we have the wealthiest of businessmen and a lizard man. This would be absolutely insane with the dead president's unusual effect. I think that would look awesome. Very solid all-class hat. I think this would be fun to make some loadouts with, especially because we have so many new body cosmetics that would pair with this. Like the Glasgow bankroll. It would definitely be fun to mess around with. Now we have the global offender for the sniper. This, of course, is going to be a cosmetic set based off CSGO, if it wasn't painfully obvious from the SFM. But even aside from the reference, I think this is going to be a really awesome cosmetic set. The global offender is going to be the hair and beard cosmetic, and I think something like this in general would add so many possibilities for sniper loadouts. I'm actually curious to see what they've done here. Ooh, yeah, no, we got some good ones. We got some good ones. We got like a hunter, poacher kind of sniper. We got a war veteran. We got grandpa at the flea market. We got that one uncle. Of course, the paint region is just going to paint the entire thing, which is super important with hair cosmetics. If there is any kind of cosmetic where you need to have paintability, I gotta say it's probably going to be hair and beard cosmetics, because then you can have gray hair, you can have different shades of brown hair, you can have blonde hair, you can have black hair, you can have lime hair if you're Jacksepticeye, I guess. But having that paintability really adds a lot to a hair cosmetic. But in case that wasn't enough for you, this also has 3 different styles. So we're going from the beard style to the stashed style. And this is going to get rid of the beard and only leave the hair and the mustache. It's really nice to have the option for this, and they do have some different loadouts here. Not too shabby at all, actually. There's some pretty good loadouts here. The paint region is going to be the exact same. It's going to paint everything, which again, very, very good for a hair cosmetic. But then finally, we have the smooth style. And this is just going to leave the hair, which is really awesome, because this means you could pair it with other beard cosmetics if you happen to have a favorite, or maybe you have a strange one or whatever. The option is there for the people who want it, which I really do appreciate. And they have even more loadouts over here. I love the pawn shop sniper. And they have postal, dude. That's amazing. And of course, it's still gonna paint the hair, but now it's time to check out the body cosmetic. And that would be the sudden depth. Now, this is a really awesome body cosmetic. It is unlike anything else Sniper has already. I think this is really awesome. Like, this is going to be super versatile. You're going to be able to use this for a lot of different things. I know it's a CSGO reference, but like, it can do so many different things. And I gotta say, while I have a picture with a good angle of it, I love the custom icon here, dude. That is such a cute way to do a reference to the T-side logo from CSGO. Very awesome stuff, dude. And the paint region is gonna paint this little band on his arm. If I had to nitpick, I mean, maybe it would have been nice to paint the scarf instead, but I mean, it's already gonna tie in really well to Sniper's default default color palette, so it's not a big deal. And I gotta say, they have some really awesome loadouts here. Like, this one is insane. I love that combo. But all of these are pretty darn solid, man, and I think it is just a fraction of the different things you're going to be able to do with this item. But in case that wasn't enough for you, this also comes with its own second style, which removes the scarf. It's going to keep the same paint region, but hey, if you don't like the scarf or you have cosmetics where it clips, you can use this, which again is very nice to have the option, and there are some very nice loadouts here as well. I really like the military sniper. Overall, I think this is a reference cosmetic done right. Like, when you see it, you get it, you see the icon, you see it, you think CSGO. But outside of the reference, it is well made, it's well executed, you can use it for so many different loadouts, so you're not just locked into that reference. You can make it into pretty much whatever you want, and that is what I love to see, dude. Very awesome set. I love this. Now we're gonna move on to the Jungle Crawler Warpaint. Now this is going to be a bit of a simple war paint. It's going to have these really awesome jungle themed stripes on there, a black and green color palette, but what I love about this is the shine on it. I think it looks insanely cool. Obviously this is going to tie amazingly into any indubitably green themed loadout, and I thought this would be a really good war paint for summer. To me, this just absolutely screams summer. I love the color palette on this. It's simple. You're going to be able to tie this in the loadouts really, really well. And as an added bonus, this would look insane with Isotope. I'm a big fan of this one, dude, though I really wish they showed it off on the Holy Mackerel, because I think that would look amazing. I gotta say though, this would look amazing on soldier weapons. Like, soldier has so many different green army themed cosmetics. This would be the perfect item to pair with those. In my opinion, this is the perfect example of simplicity done right. I think sometimes creators shy away from keeping it simple, keeping the color palette simple, but keeping things simple like that, if you do it well like this, it means that your item is going to be able to tie in the loadouts really well. And I know I always emphasize this point, but that's the entire point of customizable items, is making good loadouts. If you have a cool item that doesn't match any loadouts, no one's going to use it because it doesn't match anything. And believe me, there is nothing more painful than an awesome item that doesn't go with anything. It hurts my soul, dude. Rant aside, I think this is an awesome war paint, dude. I would not be surprised if we saw this in the summer war paint case. Next up here, we have the Sparkly Celebration Unusual Taunt Effect. Now this really gives me summer vibes. Like, this reminds me of fireworks. You have this awesome golden color. You have an amazing green color. Just perfect timing, perfect timing, perfect timing. But if we wait just a second here, there's an even better color. Oh yeah, they made a frostbite colored one. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not perfect. I see a frostbite effect and I feature it. I think this effect looks absolutely awesome and it's really fitting for summer, but the frostbite colored one just put me over the edge, dude. Like, I love that. I absolutely love it when there is an unusual taunt effect that pairs perfectly with an unusual hat effect. We are confirmed to be getting taunts for the summer update, so I would imagine we're going to get unusual taunt effects too, maybe, probably, and I think this one has a solid shot of it. Please, Valve, give me some frostbite for summer. I would love to see it. Now we have the Sleeper Agent set for the Spy, starting off here with the Sleep Stalker. This is going to be the shirt cosmetic, and what this set is going to do is basically give Spy a lovely set of PJs. Now, I already know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Scout Time, this is really gimmicky. What is this gonna tie into? Like, this isn't gonna work with any loadouts. And to that I say, just simmer down. Let me cook for a second, alright? When I saw this, I immediately thought of some hats that we have in the game that don't really have anything to tie into. But if we have a look over here, look at this, dude. They finally have a set where they mesh together insanely well. This is such a good way to retroactively make these hats useful. Don't get me wrong, I love Spy Crabs as much as the next guy, But we've gotten so many Spy Crab hats over the years, and they're just kind of hard to make loadouts with. And this set comes together to make something that actually helps tie them together. Even the little details here are flesh colored, so it matches the face on the Spy Crab. And in general, I just think this is really well modeled, and I love the little Spy Crab slippers. Now, I know not everyone is gonna love this set, but for me, I really like how it looks. I think it was well executed, and I like how it retroactively makes some hats that were, let's be honest, very hard to make loadouts with. It gives them a really good loadout to use. And if you're a Spy Crab enjoyer, you're gonna love this. I mean, we have the Spy Crab pet cosmetic, we have Spy Crab hats, we have the Spy Crab taunt, we have Spy Crab war paints. Like it or not, there are a lot of different Spy Crab items that could use something to tie into. And even outside of the Spy Crab meme, it does go pretty hard with the prehistoric pullover, let's be honest here. I don't know, man. I just think this is a really awesome combo. I think this is going to be a bit of a controversial pick from me, but I'm a fan of it. They do have some more loadouts over here just featuring the shirt, and then they show off the paint region here, which it's kind of hard to see, but it's going to basically paint the undershirt. If we come back over here, we can get a better view of it. Basically, it paints this part right here, and then this part right here on the end of the sleeves. But of course, all of this is without mentioning the pants cosmetic, the Crab Walkers. I gotta say, a perfect name for this right off the bat. And I know I kind of got ahead of myself talking about the whole set, but how can I not, dude? Like, this is just a fire set. And they do have some loadouts just featuring the Crab Walkers right here. And then the paint region is gonna paint the little slippers, which is actually a good paint region to match with any Spy Crab pet cosmetics you have, because they have the exact same paint region. Overall, I know this is gonna be kind of a controversial pick, and not everyone is gonna love this, but I think it's really cool. I see some awesome loadouts that you could be making with this. I think it's well made. I like it, dude. I like it. Now we have the top secret war paint. This is going to be a war paint themed after the intelligence briefcase. And I gotta say right off the bat, I think that's an amazing concept, and it translates really, really nicely into a war paint. You know, I'm a big fan of those simple colors, especially team colored war paints that can tie into just about any loadout. And this is a perfect example of that. You have the team color, then you have some nice neutral colors with the gray and the white. Really well executed, amazing concept. I would definitely be a customer for this. I love how this looks. I want to use this in my own loadouts. It's kind of a simple war paint, so there's not a ton of different things I can say about it other than it's just good, man. I like it. I would love to see this one get in. I think it would be really, really popular because we need more nice team colored war paints like this. Very nice stuff, dude. Very, very nice. Now we're going to move on to the artistic license hat for the engineer. This is going to give him a nice little Manco hat with a paintbrush tucked on the side. Absolutely beautiful modeling work on this. They do have some different loadouts over here, and of course the paint region is going to paint the hat. But things get interesting when you have a look at the second style, the expressive style. This style adds paint on the brush, on the hat, like just dripping off the brim. And it also changes the paint region, so it paints the paint. And I gotta say, I think that looks absolutely awesome. You're gonna be able to do some really awesome loadouts with it. I love the middle one. And I just think this is a really awesome, simple hat for the engineer. It's gonna be able to go with a lot of the different items the engineer already has. And in my opinion, it's just insanely well modeled. Like, this looks incredibly good. I adore this one, dude. I think this is an amazing hat for the engineer. But to end us off, we have a taunt, the sober shake for the spy. Now, I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, you are in for an absolute treat. There is a whole SFM to go with this, and of course, it is going to be a taunt of the spy popping open a bottle of champagne to taunt your enemies. I love this, dude. I think this is super fitting for spy, and just a really good, like, actual taunt to taunt the enemy. I think a lot of taunts are like, dancing and playing instruments and not really taunting. So it's really cool to have a taunt that is actually meant to be a taunt. The animation is really well done. I love the outro as well. I really like this one, dude. I think it's fitting for Spy. It's well done. It's an amazing concept. Like, I'm imagining like hitting a really stupid trick stab that you just should not have hit, like a complete face stab, and just popping this on them. Like, they're gonna focus you for the rest of the game, but like it's kind of worth it. Hats off to the creators on this one, dude. I think this is a really nice taunt, and it's definitely got a chance of getting into the summer update because we are guaranteed to get taunts, so they said. And as always, we are gonna end off with the Sunday vest. This is the part of this video where I shamelessly tell you to go give this thing awards, go vote for it, go do all of that good stuff. But while you're down there, I have links to all of the items I have featured in this video, so be sure to go down there, visit the pages, give them awards, vote yes, favorite them, all that good stuff. We are here to support the workshoppers. That's what this series is all about, so please do take a couple minutes of your time to go support the workshoppers. But with that said, thank you so much for watching all the way till the end of the video. If you're new, please do be sure to subscribe because I do these videos weekly. And with that, I will see you in the next one.
Da 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 da.